Welcome back everybody, it's DestinysJesus here. Today I've got a brand new video. I'm basically playing solo arena like MARZ OW. If you don't know, MARZ OW is probably the biggest arena grinder in the world. He just recently 150,000 points, which is the all-time world record in terms of points for this season. He's in first place by a good margin right now, and he doesn't play any scrims or any customs or anything like that. He only plays solo arena and trio arena, and he just does so good in comp events. As you can see here, he won the DreamHack Solos event a while back in September, and then in Frosty Frenzy with his trio, just from practice from trio arena, no customs at all, he went ahead and placed 6th, 4th, 14th, and 2nd place in the grand finals of Frosty Frenzy. Now that is an insane achievement considering the fact that he never has any endgame practice, so I want to see what value do you get out of playing solo arena like MARZ does. I'm going to be playing for 5 days straight, I'm going to be playing as much as possible with my schedule at the moment, and I'm going to be seeing how much we improve and what kind of things that we can learn. I hope you guys enjoy the video. So we started this challenge with 9,000 points. As you can see here on day 1, I'm trying to copy MARZ OW's playstyle, which is a lot more slow. Instead of how a lot of other pros play solo arena where they just run and WQ everyone, MARZ plays a lot more slow. He plays defensive and he waits for his opponent to make mistakes and tries to catch them off guard with really nice defensive peaks like I'm doing here. So as we get into day 2 here, you can see that we're just trying to copy MARZ OW's playstyle as much as possible. I basically set myself the challenge of trying to go for a couple kills off spawn, wipe my off spawn, and then try to get all of my kills end game. What MARZ does is he often just sits in a box or sits in a bush and plays very passively and waits for the end game, waits for that top 25, top 15 placement to come in, and then tries to get a free win. Now winning an arena game is actually quite difficult, and there's a couple different things that you can do for it. Sometimes you have to just win a 1v1 if that other player is quite good. And oftentimes I found if you just position yourself really well, you can actually just get a free win because everybody else is fighting and you can just AR spray them like I'm doing here. Most of the times in solo arena, when it comes to making sure that you're winning a game, just try to play for height. Other players aren't as good if they try to contest, and you can normally beat them in a 1v1 situation. So that's something that I'd recommend. Trying to play for height during moving zones and then just taking out opponents so they fight a low round. And that's the good thing about whenever you're playing passive mid game, is you can kind of get away with this playstyle where you're just being a lot more slow and you have really good mats going into end game. Another thing that I was doing in day 2 was the fact that I was trying to implement this really nice cone strat that I was talking about. If you guys haven't seen my box fighting video from a couple days ago, make sure to go check it out to learn how to do this. It's absolutely broken. You'll catch so many players off during mid game fights if you learn to do this cone play correctly, and it's so good to do. Stupid game, bro. Oh, man. That guy's so angry, bro. As we came into day 3, we just hit 11k points. We were basically on target of our goal of getting 1k points today, and we were doing this just through making sure that we were trying to win the games whenever we got towards that late game situation. One thing I noticed as well was the fact that our sniping was improving a lot, and as well as that cone shot that we were doing is still working really well. So many players were getting caught off of that as they never experienced it in game and didn't really know how to play around it. I'm sure as more people do it, people will learn how to counterplay it and just having a cone in your box to start with. Also, another thing that I saw MARZ do when I was watching his stream was just the fact that he really likes to use the gold charge and the P90. Normally, I think the tack is way better for a lot of players, especially if you're high ping or just depending on how you box fight. But the gold charge and the P90 is absolutely broken. I'd recommend if you ever can try to get this opportunity to use it, try to make sure that you run it. It's so powerful.
Yeah, you got the angle, son. Box fighter masterclass for that angle, boys. Hold on. Yeah, he needs the mini as well.
As we came to day 4, this challenge got a lot harder. I found myself really struggling to make sure that I got 1k points in the 2 hours I was playing, so I was playing a lot longer, just because of the fact that you get way more bust fail when you're at 12k points because you're up a new Champions League. You need to get top 25 every game or 3 kills every game just to go neutral on points. One thing that I did on day 4 was just a fake riff strat. It's something I learned from Joey, and it's so good for catching people off in game, and it works really well if you ever have a riff fish. Just pop it, and then other people, especially in a storm fight, will think that you've left, or they'll try to recycle your fish and you can get a free kill. Shout out to Jerry for that one. As we came to day 5 and we hit the 13k point mark, this is where we got really confident in game. I felt like just by watching a lot of MARZ and just realizing what he was doing off spawn to win his fights, playing a lot more passive, playing a lot more defensive, we were way more comfortable. We were never really dying off spawn, even when I was getting stream sniped, because I was streaming all of these. We basically were just winning every single game that we got in towards end game. One really nice thing that you can do in arena whenever you're just running around is trying to find a henchman and then hiring them. This catches so many people off in solo arena just because of the fact that you can run around with an AI. So in this game I was running around with Benji, the fish stick, and I was just running around and people would think it was a player and they'd go for an edit or something, and this would allow me to catch them off guard. And I got so many kills just like this, where I was just running up to somebody, Benji started pickaxing the walls because I'd hired him, and then they'd go for an edit and I'd get a free shot or something like this. It's definitely something you can keep in mind when you're playing solo arena. Probably not the best thing for in tournaments, and it's only 100 gold to hire one of the AIs around the map. That's the end of this challenge. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I really recommend that you should try to set yourself a challenge where you play arena either a little bit more slow, or you try to set yourself a point goal to make sure that you're improving daily. And I only really have 2 hours to play each day, and I was still able to get this much improvement just by trying to copy MARZ OW's playstyle. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see more of these solo arena videos in the future, and subscribe if you're new to the channel.